decided to make a video on the basic circuiting simulator, or the circuit challenge. This can be a pain in the butt sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I figured I'd make a video sort of showing how this works and how to do it, right? So first thing you gotta do is you gotta select your location. You have the United States of America or Canada, and of course we live in the greatest country on the planet, the United States of America. So let's go there. You have 10 circuits you can choose from. I recommend that you do circuit 7. It is probably the easiest out of the group. So let's click on 7. All right, so here we have our board. We have our 9 boxes. First thing you're going to want to do is view assignment. So let's look at this. View assignment. You can see the path that they want you to take, right? Your conductor's got to go in this conduit in this order. We got a receptacle here. We got a single pole switch. And we have a light fixture, right? Most important thing you got to have to do is the circuit number. There is a video earlier sort of explaining circuit colors that you could watch. And hopefully I had a chance to go over this in class before you guys got here, but just in case we didn't, let's see, how do we figure out what color circuit 8 is? So you're going to take whatever number you have, in this case we have 8, and you're going to divide it by 6, right? So 6 goes into 8 one time with a remainder of 2. So whatever color circuit 2 is, circuit 8 is going to be. 2 is black, circuit 8 is black. If you have a number that's divisible by 6, like say 24, 6 goes into 24 4 times with a remainder of 0, that is going to be a blue circuit, all right, in this case. 208 colors, black, red, blue. 480 is brown, orange, yellow, but we're using 208 120 colors, so we have a black circuit. So let's close this down. First thing we're going to do is click on this box here, right? And we are going to click on add wire. So since we want our conductors to go up this conduit here, you just click on a color. Our grounding wire is green, and we're going to just click on this connector, and it's going to throw it in there. Our grounded conductor or our neutral is going to be white, and throw it in there. And then we have a black circuit, so let's choose black and we'll throw it in there. And then you can just click anywhere on the screen and it will bring you back. Let's add a ground tail. Right, we got joints in this box, we need a ground tail. There we go. All right, so next thing you're going to want to do is click on any one of these wires. So let's click on this grounding pigtail, this equipment bonding jumper. And we are going to add a wire nut to it. All right, so now let's click on this equipment grounding conductor. We'll throw it in there. This equipment grounding conductor, we'll throw it in there. And that one is done. All right, so let's click on this neutral or this grounded conductor. Throw a wire nut on. Click on the other neutral. Slap it in there. That one's done. And then all we're left is our ungrounded conductor or our hot. Click on that. Add wire nut. Click on this one, throw it in there. That is it. This box is done. You can zoom out. You're going to go over here to position devices. Click on that. Click on this 4 square blank and click on the box. That one is done. So hit back. Now we're going to go up to the center box here. All right, so we're in the center box. We have a receptacle here, and our conductors need to continue up through that conduit. So let's add some wires. Grounding, grounded, and we have a black phase conductor, so our ungrounded is black. Slap that in there, click anywhere on the screen. Now you can add your grounding pigtail. All right, so let's do the grounding pigtail first. Let's click on this, and we'll add a wire nut, and let's throw all our grounding conductors in there. One thing you're going to have to do is, since we have a device in here, right, we got a receptacle, we got to add a wire to connect to our device. So you're going to click on that. We want it to be green, and we're going to put it underneath that wire nut as well. Let's do the same with the grounded. Add wire nut, throw that one in there, add a wire for our device. That one goes in there, and now we are just left with our ungrounded. Add a wire nut. Click on this one, throw it in there, and then add a wire to that to go to our device. So all our joints are tied. We got 3 wires coming out to hook up our device. So let's zoom out. we'll click on, position devices, click on the receptacle, click on the box you want the receptacle to go in, go back. All right, now click on that box again. Then you're going to click on the receptacle. Brings it up in this little window here. You can click on it, and if you're holding your button down, you can spin it around. You're going to see that these terminal screws are gold. This is for our ungrounded conductor. So we'll click on that screw, puts it on there. Let's turn it around again. And now you see that we have some silver screws, and believe it or not, that is a green screw. It's supposed to be green. I know it doesn't look like it, but anyway, silver screws, that is going to be our grounded conductor or our neutral. So we'll click on the neutral, throw it under there, and then we have our equipment grounding conductor, and we are going to throw that right underneath our green screw, and that is it. That plug is wired up. Go back. Everything looks nice and neat. Zoom out, and that one's good to go. All right, so next one in line here is our switch box. So we're going to go up here. Now, if you have a raceway, a way to get a neutral to your switch, you don't have to leave a joint there. But I think if you don't leave a joint here, it counts you wrong. So let's add some wires here. Let's put our grounding wire in here, click on the connector. Our grounded conductor, our neutral, that's got to go in there. And then our switch leg, which we're just going to make the same color as our phase conductor. And we'll throw the black one in there. Click anywhere on the screen, add ground tail. All right, so let's hook up these grounds first. So we'll do that, add wire nut. We'll throw this wire in there, we'll throw that wire in there, and then we need to add a wire. We need to add an equipment grounding conductor to attach to our device, our switch. There we go. All right, let's click on this grounded conductor or neutral, add a wire nut, and click this one, throw it in there. And that is it, right? We need to put our switch, and we need to interrupt this hot wire going through this box, right? So let's zoom out. Position devices, click on the switch, click on the box you want the switch to go in, hit back, click on that box again, and then click on your switch. So if you grab this, you spin it around, you can see we have two gold terminals, right? So the thing I like to do is our constant hot. I like to put that on top. All our disconnects, our lines come in to the top, our constant hots come on the top. Combination motor starters, any kind of disconnecting means, the line or the constant hot always goes on the top. On the bottom, our load side, our switch leg, whatever you want to call it, we're going to put that on the bottom. And then our equipment grounding conductor is going to hook right up to that green screw right there. And this thing's wired up. Good to go. Hit back. Everything looks nice and neat. Zoom out. One more box. So we'll go up here, we'll click on this, add a grounding pigtail. Now we're throwing in a keyless light. Keyless lights don't have a spot to ground them, but we still need to ground this box. So we are going to hit the grounding pigtail. We are going to add a wire nut, grab our grounding wire, our equipment grounding conductor, and we are going to put it under there. That grounds our box, that bonds our box. And that's all we got to do, right? Because these two wires are going to hook right up to the device. So we're going to zoom out. We are going to position devices. We are going to grab this keyless fixture, and we're going to slap it in right here. Hit back. Now click on the keyless again. And one more time on the keyless. Here you go. You grab it, hold it, drag it to the side. You can flip it over. And we got the same thing. We got silver and gold, right? We know that our hot goes on the gold, and we know that our grounded goes on the silver, and that is it. Back, zoom out, and there is our path, right? We should be able to energize this, and we should be good to go. Let's see what happens. Yay, look at that. All right, piece of cake, right? One in a row. So anyway, that is the circuit challenge. I get it. It's tough. We're going to be doing these in class. It's a lot easier to do in class, right? So don't get discouraged by this. Don't spend hours on this. If you mess up, no big deal. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you're going to notice that the module gets opened up in a different tab. Just go down there, see the tab that the module's on, go there, and you should be able to continue on the next slide. Don't, like I said, don't be spending hours on this thing. If you want to mess around with it, it's sort of cool, right? But it can definitely be a pain in the butt. So anyway, thank you, and I will see you in class.